Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Advance Wars Days of Ruin. Last time we met Dr. Morris and he lent us his factory to take on the beast and his raiding party, but their supplies were running low. This time we're gonna figure out exactly how to fix that. In Chapter 6, Fear Experiment. Well, that sounds fantastic. Everyone, this is just lovely. Near automated crop factory. Tell me, boy, do you know why dinosaurs became extinct? No, but I bet Detective Brenner does. Not likely. Len, front and center. There are many possible explanations. I assume you're referring to the meteor theory. Oh ho, right you are. The theory states a meteor struck the planet millions of years ago. The impact caused mega tsunamis upward of 300 feet in height and sweep the globe. The shockwave spawned earthquakes reaching 12.0 and 13.0 on the Richter scale. Pieces of the meteor ignited in global wildfires, causing enormous devastation. Dinosaurs without the benefit of fireproof surfboards were ill-equipped to survive. Fireproof surfboards? Whatever. The point is that most dinosaurs perished. One day they ruled the world, the next there were a few pages in our history books. But we survived our meteors. And so we did. Cockroaches aren't nature's only durable creatures, are they? 3 cheers for mankind, and for much smaller meteors too. Uh-oh. Can we move this along, Doc? What is it you want to tell us? Yes, of course. Meteors, dinosaurs, cockroaches. Oh yes, clouds of ash. That's it. The ash blocks out the sun, which of course means plant life withers and dies. Some say the fate of the dinosaurs was sealed by a similar sunlight-blocking clouds. So you're saying we're gonna share their fate? Is that it? No need to panic, Captain. Unlike the luckless dinosaurs, we possess knowledge and science. And we can get automated crop factory. If we can get the automated crop factory running, we'll have as much grain as we want. Automated what? A factory with an environmental system designed for silic cultivation of genetically... Whoa, spare me this scientific mumbo-jumbo. Just, you're giving me a headache. Cut to the chase. Tell me what I need to do. Need to know. No jokes, no science. Clear? Yes, of course. If we can get the systems up and running, we can produce food. We won't be able to sustain a population of millions, but we'll be able to feed New Wolfenton. I trust that was clear enough. Oh, but there's one thing I worry about. What's that, Dr. Morris? I wonder. Yes, let me ask you a question, young man. Do you believe in evil? The kind of evil that revels in the destruction of the world and of mankind with it? The kind of evil that thrives on pain, suffering, and the sorrows of innocence? What are you talking about? I'm just thinking out loud. Pay me no mind at all. I've actually forgotten what it was I asked you. Status report, Len. Unidentified units in the field, sir. They're ignoring all communications. They're advancing to our positions. Move out. Alright, this is our first time actually playing as Will, officially. Before now, we haven't really played as Will. So, of course, you want to start capturing. But if you haven't noticed yet on that screen, top screen there, that's not the raider. We're facing someone different this time. Just who, though? We'll find out. Although, those tanks can go away. But it looks like she, or he, is not gonna get around.
Tee-hee-hee! Is it okay, Daddy? Yes, of course, little one. Play to your heart's desire. Do remember to record the battle, though.
Sorry. Good night. His voice is gonna just kill me when I'm in this kind of condition.
I know how each soldier fights, and I know how each one dies.
Well, I must know. Father, I cannot condone this. I see no reason for us to attack these people. It is meaningless.
Meaningless? Whatever are you babbling about? Is there more meaningless expenditure than the energy of life itself? I think not. Get him! Get him! Boom! Tee-hee!
Alright. Of course, you... Oh, well, I'm just... Get rid of one tank, at least. Not much actually going on with this mysterious person. However, that father person that she was talking to, well, he didn't seem like a nice fella. Not at all. Especially when he's like, oh yeah, just go attack them. It just seems a bit weird. I'm sorry that I haven't been talking. I didn't talk a whole lot in the last one, and I hadn't talked too much so far in this one. Well, it's mainly because I'm still in the whole mentality of, hey, I need to kind of conserve my voice. But let's kind of see what tactics he's going to give us. I think we're going to be fine, but hey. Oh, Will, come in. Captain Brenner, can you give me any tips for the upcoming battle? Of course, I'd be glad to. Hold on 1 second. Blast. Now where did I put those? Did you lose something, Captain? Lynn gave me some notes for this tactics session, but I can't seem to find them. Ha! There, here they are. Oh wait, that's just a drawing of a tank I made when I was bored. Captain? You really getting all your strategy from Lynn? Maybe you should keep that a secret from the rest of the troops. She's a natural teacher, Will. I'm not much for that kind of thing. Yes, here they are. Okay, let me see what she has to say. Captain, tell Will to quickly capture the factories and cities. He needs to defend his foot soldiers with the other units while they do so. Areas to the southeast of the factory will make an ideal defensive perimeter. If the enemy swarms, you retreat this area and regroup. Have him build an anti-tank unit for the enemy's war tank. That's it. Is that all? Yes, that's... Oh, wait a second. P.S. Just don't read this well. Pretend that you thought of it yourself. Oh, crap. Oh well. Let's just keep this to ourselves, alright? Don't worry. And it's funny how he says use the anti-tank unit to take out the war tank. There's no such thing. And that's spoiling a new unit for later. Anyway. Yeah, we'll retreat you for a little bit. And let's take on some of that, damn it. Oh, that's not good. Alright. I'll build a, like... Alright. Let's see how this... the little girl will respond to all this. It is a girl. Anyway, if that wasn't obvious by this point. Alright. Let's have the tank the artillery finish that infantry off. Alright. Also, when you go to attack mechs, don't use a recon. At least not at first. Use a bike if possible. Because the mechs will use their rockets on your recon. And that will make your recon's life a lot more miserable. Alright. Unfortunate. I'm gonna save my money. Also, if you haven't noticed, that insignia that keeps popping up each time her turn comes around, that's not the Beast's Raider symbol, that's something else entirely. So we're dealing with a whole new type of army. One that doesn't kid around when it comes to fighting. In fact, they think it's more of a science experiment, which is kind of messed up. Alright. We're gonna buy another tank. I'm guessing when they originally were making this game, the intention was to have you build a anti-tank to fight the war tank off, or that talk was meant for a later point. It's silly that they make that mess. They screw up that message. Really? That seems a bit weird. Alright. I mean, I'm not gonna complain, it just seems a bit weird. But yeah, that's the power of a vet right there. See, that did 50. Hey, he did 70% damage. He's doing 50. That is such a vast difference there. Anyway.
What's wrong, Pumpkin? Did those bad people blow up all your toys? I suppose you'll be wanting more. Well, what's the magic word? Please! I want a big boom!
Good night, this guy's voice.
How could I deny such a well-mannered little girl? I look forward to seeing how they respond to the world's mightiest tank. This should prove the most enlightening.
Look! Reinforcements! Oh, there's the war tank. And... oh my gosh. That tank. It's enormous! Bring us up to speed, Lynn. Give us what you have on that monster. I'm sorry, sir. Our database has no intel on that tank. That is... a war tank. A war tank? Compared to the standard tanks, it has vastly superior armor and firepower. It currently is the most powerful ground unit in the world today. How are we supposed to stand against it? It's too darn big. I don't know. Did it unlock now? No, it did not. Well, that medium tank ain't too nice either. Oh boy. Neither one of them. Oh boy. Back that up. Well. Oh. Isabella, what's wrong? It's nothing. I'm fine. The factory. The systems have been updated. It can now produce anti-tank units. What? She's right. The system just rebooted. Anti-tank units will prove very effective against the war tank. I think she may be right. Amazing. We may have a chance after all. Isabella, I want an explanation. Now. How in... Later, Lynn. We have a battle to fight. Anti-tank units, huh? Let's see how tough that war tank really is. Yes. Well, that was a turn too early. My bad. And I can't afford it. Of course. How typical. Alright. Well, let's just rain on that medium tank's parade. Boom. That is how it goes. There we go. Alright. Let's try going through all this. Alright, FYI, war tanks, they have low movement, but their firepower is absolutely ridiculous. You do not want to be caught up in it. and that is like, you seriously do not want to be caught up in it. If possible, oh gosh, poor mech unit. That war tank's gonna get a painful warning. Although, I can't say that much about the medium tank. The medium tank's gonna be the biggest pain. Excuse me. Alright. Come on, artillery. Alright. 22, 13. Alright, let's do it this way. May not be the prettiest way, but we're gonna do it this way. Boom. Say goodbye to that war tank. But yeah, it took 2 artillery, 1 mech, and 1 veteran tank to pull that off. Yeah, war tanks aren't something you fool around with. They're bad news. Sorry. Whew. But, show you anti-tanks. They do more than a level 2 artillery. That is how ridiculous anti-tanks are. Anti-tanks will be one of your best friends in this game. Honestly, they're one of the most powerful artillery units beside rocket launchers. If you want to look at more of their stats here, really the only thing that they're extremely weak against are air units, and even then they can counterfire on copters. They can't counterfire on airplanes. They can just counterfire on the copters. But land units they can attack. They're one thing it doesn't say, and I honestly don't know why it doesn't say it, the bane of these guys is infantry and air units, actually. Infantry can completely demolish an anti-tank. That's it. All enemies have been defeated. We've won. Oh, also, anti-tanks, as it said on there, I didn't actually mention it. They can react to being shot at and counterattack. That's the other big thing about them. All enemies have been defeated. We've won. Wasn't a walk in the park, but you're right. We won. And it was all thanks to Isabella. If it hadn't been for her. No. I didn't do anything. Don't be modest, dear. Now let's check up on those crop growing systems. And it was an S. How about that? Enough speed, actually. The speed made up for the power. Good night. Sorry. Man, I didn't expect that guy to show up so soon. I forgot about that. Man. If I knew it, I probably would have held off until my voice came back fully. Oh, man. That just killed my voice. Give me a minute. Ooh. Here we go. Maybe. What's the word, Doc? You and Lynn give that system the once-over? Yes, well, I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news. The system's useless. The factory's been destroyed. What are you doing, Lynn? I had a joke I wanted to tell first. Save your jokes for when I'm not around. What do you mean, destroyed? Do you mean we can't repair it? That would be quite difficult, I'm afraid, and the factory was extremely sophisticated. The components needed to repair it are not likely to be found at the corner grocery. And we have... not that we have one anymore. You're not laughing. That's terrible, Dr. Morris. What are we supposed to do now? I'm afraid I don't know. And to tell the truth, there's something else that truly disturbs me. There is? What? It appears the enemy's goal was to destroy the factory all along. If we had gotten the factory up and running, we could have solved our food shortage problem. We could have lived here peacefully. What did they gain by destroying the factory? It's as if they wanted all of us to die. Well, look at this. Flowers. They're quite beautiful, aren't they? But there's something odd about them. Whatever you do, don't touch those flowers, Dr. Morris. Pardon me, Lynn, but I must ask you a personal question. Are you over the 20 years of age? Maybe. I'm not as young as Isabella. But are you implying something, Doctor? No, of course not. And there's no need to glare at me so. It's quite unsettling. I only ask because these flowers have yet to infect anyone over the age of 20, and... Infect? What are you talking about? Have you heard of the endofluorescence terribilis virus? Its common name is the creeping derangea. Oh, look at that. How pretty. A young man was about your age, Will. He was my age? The flowers aren't decorative. They're a result of a parasitic virus. And there's nothing beautiful about them, Lynn. This boy is dead. Wait, so those flowers came out of his body? It acts like a parasite, but it spreads like a virus. I don't claim to know how it works. I just know that it does. Since the meteors fell, I've buried many victims of this scourge. He had roots and leaves growing under his skin. In his ears, in his eyes. Little roots creeping behind his eyes. What if you could hear them? Lynn, please, stop talking about it. Curiously, the virus seems to only infect young people. You're in the right age range, Will, which means you're at risk. Which means if you meet anyone suffering from this, you must stay away. Is that clear? Oh yeah, it's clear. Starvation, raiders, and flowers that kill you. Gotta love this place. The world's certainly not making it easy for us, is it? But we can't give up. As long as there's life, there's hope. Exactly. Uh-oh. Well, that's the first one to show up. We're not doing that yet, because that's spoilers. But that is the first, like, as it's called, T mission. That's how I'm putting it. It's a secondary campaign, as it were. This is going to be part of, after we complete the campaign, we're going to come back and do these. Sorry. My throat was bothering me. But we're going to come back through this and complete more of we're gonna actually complete these after we complete the campaign. Mainly because of people in it. Well, it's gonna be spoilery. Well, we're gonna find out what this blue army is, whichever one we decide, which it is gonna be chapter 7, so I don't know what you're thinking. Anyway, we'll see what all this is about. Apparently there's plants that kill you. Fantastic. And I'll see you guys in the next one, where we find out who this blue army is, and maybe we can survive this crazy world. Let's survive this in the next one, guys. Later.